Hi, welcome back to my channel. Well, today's going to be really different because we had Hurricane Ian decide to hit the area. We're doing all right. It's really hard, steady rain with a lot of blustery wind. The birds look worse for wear. They keep trying to fly through the air and they look like people that are running on one of those airport sidewalks. The wind's pushing them so hard they can't get to the bird feeder because it just pushes them right past. But we're faring all right. We're still standing. This is completely different than what we had planned for today, but here we go. Today, we're doing a 21-day challenge. This challenge is to combat the stress, whatever your stress is. Seems like we have global stress. Pipelines, hurricanes, wars, food shortages, gas prices. So instead of focusing on all that junk, which is going to be completely different 4 months from now, we're going to celebrate the Jewish New Year. It's the head of the year, which started on Sunday. And actually, it's kind of cool. We get a head start on the Gregorian New Year, which is in January. But we can look at this as being the new year, the actual new year. Okay, the 21-day challenge is I'm going to challenge you to try and do this for 21 days. We're going to address the mind, the body, the mind, and the spirit. Now they're all intertwined, but I'm going to try to narrow it down a little bit and talk about each one. This is kind of a thumbnail, but it hopefully it'll get your mind peppered and thinking, what could I do? What could I do? It seemed like the perfect thing at the beginning of the new year to address our temple, our body. Number one, and this is a big one. It seems so small, but it's a really big one. Number one is drink some water. Add stuff if you need to. Put some cucumber or raspberries, whatever you need to do if you don't want to have plain water. But a huge percentage of the United States is actually dehydrated. Whenever you have a crisis, they actually train the Red Cross to give people water when they're having like a national emergency. Number two, create a new healthy fall recipe. Make up some pumpkin pancakes. Decide what you're going to do different with them. Put some raisins in them, golden raisins or something. Maybe some carrot ginger soup, some sweet potato leek soup, some pumpkin cacao nib muffins, or make some bone broth. If you're not vegan, you could make some bone broth, and that would be a super healthy thing to be doing before the cold weather because that can really boost your immune system. And the cacao nibs are actually really good for you. They're the highest in all the plant-based things for iron, and they're so good for you. Number three, add a new exercise or stretch to your routine or walk somewhere. Like if you have 5 certain exercises you do every day, switch it up and do something different. Just keep it interesting, or go walk around the block if you have a nice neighborhood to do that. Or maybe go to work a little bit early and find a nice little spot to walk. You could even just, if you don't have someplace naturey to walk, you could go window shop before the stores are even open. Next, we're going to switch to the mind. Number one, read the Bible. In Romans, it says, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Number two, get to know yourself and how you relate. Take the free Keirsey temperament test. That one's really fun, I think, because it feels like it's more detailed and individualized. It's Keirsey, Keirsey temperament test at Keirsey.com. Or you could take the learning style test. Do you know if you're an auditory learner? That's really good to know. You're going to be hanging out with yourself your whole life. You might as well figure these things out. And then it'll help you if you want to listen to a book rather than read a book. it's just helpful to learn about yourself. It's funny, people spend so much time on those dating sites and stuff trying to get to know the other person. Get to know yourself. And I will put those free tests in the description box. Number 3, peruse hobbies, activities that build your mind and create new neural pathways. One of those activities is musical instruments. Music is very mathematical and it really lights up your brain. A new language, which is fun. You could even attach a little trip to that after you got more accomplished. Crosswords, puzzles, and knitting have been really proven to help your thinking. Now, if you want to throw in honey, have a little teaspoon of local honey. It helps your memory. There's an ingredient in honey that is found nowhere else that helps your memory. And read, by all means, read. And if you want to read about the brain, read Dr. Caroline Leaf's books. You will become absolutely intrigued by your brain. She's a neuroscientist, a PhD. She's cute as a button and easy to understand. She makes very complicated concepts simple for a layman to understand. She's a lot of fun. Super intelligent, really fun. Neuroplasticity is a thing. Now on to the spirit. Remember, what you feed grows. If you feed being lazy, that's going to grow. Or if you feed your mind with several books on the same topic, your knowledge of that is going to grow. So number 1, I'm going to say read. I'm going to say read the Bible every time. It's the top-selling book of all time, and it's the only living book. Read it out loud to yourself. Always read it out loud. It'll get received into your spirit much better that way. Number 2, worship. Turn on your iPod or YouTube and sing with it every day. Or lie on your back and put soaking music on. Put soaking into the search bar on YouTube and you'll find some very amazing, relaxing music. You'll find yourself not thinking about all those stressors we talked about. Dance. Dance in your backyard. Dance in your kitchen. Dance before the Lord. King David was one of the most amazing characters in the Bible, and he danced before the Lord. Number 3, go out in green nature. They actually have named it green therapy treatment. Being in nature to boost mental health. I don't know why they had to come up with that being a thing, because you would think we would just come naturally to it, but they did some research studies with elementary school age students and found out that they did better if they went out and played where it was green. They would come indoors into class and think better. I think we could have guessed that's how it was going to come out, but they needed, I guess, to put it on paper. And the scripture we're going to anchor this all in today is Nehemiah 8:10. Do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is our strength. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will for sure see you next Friday, and I have a couple little short videos I'm going to be throwing in during the week as well. God bless you.